being like, oh, okay, go. Yeah, you got my angle. Yeah, no, let me do 3 more. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is good. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm so excited that you guys are here. If you're here, it's because you obviously want to learn how to take a bomb Instagram picture. So I have a whole notebook here. The whole notebook isn't full of tips, but I did take the time today to sit down and write my 5 top tips to getting that perfect picture. And it's literally, you can't really tell, but it's a whole page full. And I know some of y'all are like, whoo, Chile? How do you say woo, Chile?
You said what?
Woo, Chile.
Woo, Chile?
Like W-H-E-W, Chile. Chile?
It's woo, child.
That's not necessary, you know, you're doing the most, but trust me, it is. And I'm just wanting really to like spill everything out of my brain onto this sheet of paper so I could share with you guys all of the tips and tricks that I've learned over the past, I guess, like a year. I would say a year, because that's when I really, you know, took it seriously, what kind of content I was producing and all that stuff. Before, you know, you take a picture, oh, it's cute, let me just throw it up. Let me throw a little filter on it, and that's it. And that just doesn't cut it in today's world if you want to, I guess, leave your mark on social media, if that makes sense. Like I said, it's not really that important if you just use social media for fun, or you just don't care, you don't use it at all, which then I don't know why you're on this video. But basically, if you are somebody who is trying to build their followings, or you know, you're an influencer, or you just want a pretty looking Instagram, no shame in that either, this video will definitely help you out. I definitely feel like the more aesthetic that your profile looks, obviously the more people that you're gonna draw to it. If you are starting to work with different brands, obviously they're gonna gravitate more towards, you know, clear content, because if they want you to promote their product, obviously they're gonna want, you know, top of the line pictures. So, you know, it's all about how you present yourself. You know, to work with more brands, obviously you want an aesthetic looking page. So this is a 2-part video, and this is the first part. So we're gonna be talking in this video all about obviously how to take that picture, and then in the part 2 we're gonna be talking about how to edit that picture to really make it come to life, because they really go hand in hand. Getting that good shot and then the editing just come together to just yeah. So stay tuned. If you want to see part 2, definitely subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because you're not gonna want to miss it. So I've gathered all the information that I have learned over the past basically year, and I have gathered it into 5 tips. Now, by all means, let me get this disclaimer out that I am not like no professional influencer or this or that or professional picture taker, or I'm all that on Instagram. Absolutely not. But I truly find, I guess, like it's fun for me. It's like a hobby to take really nice pictures, especially now that I'm getting more into traveling and stuff like that. Getting those shots in, you know, exotic places, or you know, when you travel, and creating memories, like those are part of the memories. And obviously the better the picture, the more you kind of resonate with the picture, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, long story short, I'm just saying that I don't think I know it all, and I'm not a professional, but I want to share what I have found. All right, so tip numero 1 is that Pinterest and IG are gonna be your best friends. You have to use these 2 for inspo. Now, if you're like me and just don't know how to pose, really awkward, like just kind of stand there and that's me. So the reason I say go to Pinterest and Instagram for inspiration is just that. So you want to find a couple of people, obviously you probably already follow them, but that you like their pictures, and you know, everything about their Instagram is just super aesthetic and their pictures are bomb. So follow them, or even if you don't follow them, at least like keep that account in mind, so that way you could start saving those pictures. Or even on your Discover page, you know, just start scrolling and you're gonna find like bomb cute pictures, and you're like, wow, save that. Start like a board. I literally have a board on Instagram of just about everything. You know, start getting inspiration of like, oh, if I want a picture like at a restaurant from like the other side of the table, somebody take one of me. Oh, I know I want to hold my hand like this, or my drink like this. So, you know, you kind of get ideas of what to do with your body if you have no idea what to do with your body. And the same thing goes for Pinterest. You could look up whatever I guess, type of picture you're trying to take. Along with posting, I like to use Instagram and Pinterest for locations, especially if I'm traveling, or even if it could be the same city that you live in. I know Pinterest has a lot of like top Instagrammable places in XYZ city, so you definitely want to like look stuff like that up so you can see where are some dope spots to take pictures. Even if you live in a small town, like you never know what's in your own backyard. And with that being said, don't be afraid to keep it simple. Like, it doesn't have to be a super spectacular like background or setting. It could be in your house against a plain white wall. You know, you want to switch it up from time to time. Don't overthink it, I guess. It could be very simple and still get a dope picture. But if you do want, you know, more abstract backgrounds, Pinterest and Instagram will be your best friends. All right, let's move on to tip number 2. Get a clicker and a tripod. Obviously, ideally, you're gonna want somebody to take your pictures. Like, my boyfriend takes literally all of my pictures for me. But then again, I understand that everybody's not gonna have that. And even if they do have a boyfriend, not all guys are gonna have the patience that mine has. Even if it's just your friend, a family member, whoever, if you have somebody that could sit here and take your pictures, that'll be ideal. And not even just that, you know, you're not gonna have that person probably all the time. So if you need to post up a picture, or you want to take a picture because you look fire and that person's not here, like, are you just gonna waste the fact that you look fire? No, you're gonna get yourself a tripod and a clicker and you're gonna make it work. And please realize you do not have to spend a bunch of money. I don't know if you guys have a Five Below or Below 5, whatever it's called, near you, but that's actually where I got all this from. This right here is obviously the bigger tripod. It opens up pretty tall, and then we have like this little personal one that I like to hold when I'm vlogging, or if I need to like wrap it around anything that's kind of like bent, so it's really useful. Or if I'm like more of an up close selfie that I could just like put down somewhere. And then this, oh my god, this right here is a light changer, so it connects to your phone via Bluetooth. You could even rotate your camera from the front to the back, switch it to video, and then start it, or just take the picture, zoom in and out. Super bomb. I got these all from that store, which means everything's below $5. So realistically speaking, I don't know how much everything was, but let's say these were all $5. This is $15 altogether. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not the best quality ever, but they get the job done. And then a tripod and a clicker is also helpful if you don't really feel comfortable in front of somebody, like somebody taking your picture. You know, you're in complete control, so you don't have to worry about anything. Now on to tip number 3, is probably the most important one to me, I guess. I literally just did this for the first time and I'm like, why haven't I been doing this? Especially if you're a content creator, or if you just want to start posting more consistently, whatever the case may be, this tip is such a lifesaver. Like, not so much lifesaver, it's a time saver. So tip number 3 is have multiple shoots. The key thing here is just making the most of your time. If you're getting glammed up, make the most of it. Obviously, getting ready is such a pain in the butt. Like, it's like the outcome is great, but the process just takes forever. You get frustrated because one brow is thicker than the other one. Like, we all go through it. But once you get ready and you feel like, damn, I look good, you obviously want to take advantage of that. And not even that, you want to take advantage of your time. If you're gonna be posting consistently, like let's say, oh, I want to post 3 times a day, you really think you want to, like, unless it's your full-time job, that you're gonna sit here and have 3 photo shoots out of the week? Absolutely not. Most of us have regular jobs. So basically what you're gonna want to do is take an hour or 2 out of your day, I guess 1 day out of the week, and then basically just, you know, get ready like any other day, and you just pack like 3 outfits. I would say 3 max. If you want to do like 2 or you want to do more, that's fine, but 3 is, I feel, is a good amount where you're not like overdoing it. You're not gonna get too tired by the last shoot and look all like sweaty and your makeup already doesn't look as beat as it did earlier, but still enough little shoots to really get some good content out of it. So yeah, you get your outfits ready, and then obviously you're already gonna have your locations predetermined because you did your research on IG and Pinterest, and you just go out there and shoot. And I actually did that in Puerto Rico for the first time. All of these 3 pictures were taken within 45 minutes. I kind of cheated because they were all walking distance, but honestly I feel like even if you have to drive, it might take like 2 hours at max. I got probably about 100 pictures at each like spot that I went to, and it goes by really quick. You know, one good method is when you're taking your pictures is just hold down the button for it to go into burst mode, and it's taking, you know, back to back, like basically like an action shot, and that way you could just sit here and, you know, move your poses, get some off guard ones, and you just have a big array of choosing. What I will say is definitely make sure to kind of like at least like glide through them before you leave that one spot, because you want to make sure that you at least got a good shot. You know, if you have to go and take more, get at least maybe like 2 or 3 like good shots, so you're like, okay, I could work with this before moving on to your next one. So like I keep saying, you know, don't overcomplicate it, but make use of what's in that area and have multiple shoots, because like I said, this saves you so much time from having to get ready 3 times a week if that's how many pictures you want to take. You just literally knocked it out in 2 hours out of 24 hours that you have in that day. So you still have the rest of the day to do whatever you want to do, and then also the next 6 days, because you already took enough pictures that one day. Main 3 takes away from this is it saves you time, it helps you be consistent, and it helps you have content ready on the go. All right, now let's move on to tip number 4. Good quality pictures. I cannot stress this enough. You're gonna want good quality pictures. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good picture. All of my pictures are taken on an iPhone, and trust me, you don't even know the amount of messages that I get asking me what do I take my pictures with. Now, true, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure they would be 10 times better if I had a, you know, professional camera or a decent camera, but it's really not needed until I guess you get to that level. So definitely use what you got, and this goes for like ring lights as well. Lighting is such a key part to getting a good picture as well, but you don't have to go out and spend like $100 on a ring light when there is the wonderful sunlight outside that's free 99. And now that we're talking about the light, let me get into that. You have to know when is the best time to shoot outside. So if you're gonna be shooting outside, you want to be shooting when it's kind of cloudy, like obviously not like super gray and ugly, but just a bit of cloudiness to kind of cover up the sun. It really just helps you get like a good picture, and it's not overly bright and just overly, you know, the sun in your face and then you're squinting looking just a little bit of cloud to kind of balance it out to where it's just like natural bomb lighting. Key times that you want to avoid is definitely when the sun is like right over your head. So anywhere from like 11:30 to 3 p.m. I would say just avoid having shoots outside, because the lighting is gonna be too much, too potent, and then especially at 12 when it's like right over you, it's gonna create just ugly shadows. It's not it, sis. Another good time to shoot besides the morning time and when it's a little cloudy is golden hour. When I was in Puerto Rico, we actually went to the beach to catch the sunset, which means I catch golden hour, and boy, look at that highlight. Like, that is me not amplifying it in Facetune or nothing. That's literally, I'm actually gonna show you the original one with no filter. Do you see that highlight? I'm telling you, something about that golden hour, it just hits right. The main takeaway for this is if you want to create like really good content, you're gonna need really good quality pictures with good lighting, good everything, and not even just so it could look nice on your page, but it makes it literally 10 times easier to edit when you have a picture that's already good quality. When you just have to do minor touches, play with the brightness or whatever it might be, it just makes your life easier. So save yourself the trouble, make your IG pop in, and just take good quality pictures. I do have my ring light from Amazon. I have no complaints about it. It's really good. So if you guys are interested in a ring light, it'll be down below. And finally, tip number 5. So let's rewind all the tips. So you already have that bomb inspo that you found. You have your outfit planned out, your hair, your makeup, everything, where you're gonna take the picture because you did your research. Now you have your tripod and your clicker or the person that's gonna be taking your picture. And 3, you already went out, you did your little shoots, you have content for the whole week, you're good to go. 4, you made sure that those photos, you know, they were popping, good quality, good lighting, everything about it is just bam, bam, snatched, okay, poppin' 10. Now, step 5 is editing. Like I said, one can't be without the other. It is the peanut butter to the jelly, white to the rice, or the brown to the rice, I guess, whichever one you prefer. The cheese to the mac, the icing to the cake, the cherry on the sundae on top. Okay, let me stop. You get the point. They literally go hand in hand. They are just soulmates, okay? Fire souls, twin soul, whatever. What's that shit called? Twin flame twins, whatever. So yeah, that's what they are. Yeah, you can have a bomb picture, but if you don't know how to edit it correctly, it's kind of like So editing really just takes it to that next level. And obviously I'm not gonna go too in depth now because I'm gonna do that in part 2, but I kind of just wanted to hint that is just very important. And I'm not talking about changing yourself into a whole different person. We're not doing that. I am talking about bringing the picture really to life with brightening up the background if need be, brightening up yourself, a little saturation, a little grain, a little sharpening. Especially if you're shooting on your phone, like it's not a professional camera where you have like the settings to basically be God with the camera. You know, the iPhone, you can only do so much, so you want to really take the time to edit the picture. Some of the apps that I use, like I said, I'm going to be going way more in depth in my next video, so stay tuned for that. I use Facetune, Colortune, Afterlight, VSCO, and Retouch. Obviously I don't use all 5 every single time. I really only use Facetune and Colortune mainly. I use Facetune to actually fix up the picture, and then I use Colortune for a preset, like it's like a filter to put on the picture. So yeah, those are all my tips to getting a fire picture on Instagram. You don't have to be a professional model. You don't have to be like some big influencer. You could be regular schmigler Jane like me and get decent pictures. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm not saying I have the best pictures ever, but I am slowly but surely learning, and it honestly makes such a huge impact if you are trying to grow yourself and your Instagram page, or you're trying to become an influencer, whatever the case might be. It makes such a difference. Just alone these pictures that I showed you throughout this video from my trip to Puerto Rico, my engagement literally shot up so much. I got so many followers from the time that I posted the first picture of that trip to the last one. It's just crazy how my page grew. I mean, not like crazy, but compared to the other pictures that I posted in the past, during those pictures that I really took the time to edit, that I cared about my background, my posting, everything, my page definitely, I saw the growth in it, if that makes sense. So that was over the span of like 9 days, so I couldn't imagine if I did that consistently. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, stay tuned for part 2 because that's really when I get into the nitty-gritty of how I edit my pictures and make them happen. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and share this video with somebody who needs to spice up their Instagram game. If you feel like their Instagram's looking a little whack, send them my way and we'll help them. Or if you feel like you need extra help, hit me up. We gonna get your Instagram popping, all right? As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.